Hey YouTube, my name's Lucky, and no, I am not dead. Now, I know it's been a while since my last video, but today I have a really awesome video for you guys. Basically, another YouTube user posted a comment saying he wanted to see some gameplay from MpaaC from Team Force. And so here's a gameplay of him playing in a scrim with his team, Team Force. And this gameplay footage is really new. It happened on June 21st, so the time I'm posting this video is June 22nd, so it's about a day old now. And so it's him and his team, Team Force. They play second at Columbus, and they're playing CTF on Hanoi. Alright, just to clarify a few quick little things, I did a dual commentary interview sort of thing with Phobia, and Phobia is also on Team Force. He's the leader of Team Force, and him and MpaaC here are on the exact same team, and they're both playing in this match right here. Another quick thing I want to mention, and I could be wrong on this, I think that MpaaC's name, his actual name is Cap'em, like, you know, Cap'em or shoot 'em is another meaning for that. But it's just Cap'em spelled backwards. If you spell his name backwards, it would sort of spell out Cap'em just with an extra A. So I think that's what his actual name is. I'm not sure what he goes by, but for this match, I'll just call him MpaaC. And the last thing I'll mention about this match, or things that are relevant to this match, is that MpaaC does really well in this match. He does post up some really big numbers and does some really great work for his team. And you'll see it throughout this match. This is a really good match for him in general. And also the match overall for both teams is actually a really close, really tough match. It won't seem like it at first, but over time you'll see that the match does end up being a really tough, really difficult match for both teams. And so I actually really liked watching this match, and hope you guys do too. Alright, but enough with that. A lot of people keep on sending me messages, you know, saying, you know, where have I been? Why have I not been posting videos and stuff like that? And I've still definitely been dealing with, you know, contacting people, trying to arrange dual commentaries, interviews, but basically just a lot's been going on. Most anyone who posts YouTube videos or is really involved in anything can tell you that, you know, you just get sometimes really busy. And I promise not to spend a whole bunch of time talking about this. I'm just going to make this real brief. But basically, most of you guys know a little bit about me, but I'm 21 years old, and I just recently moved out on my own, and I have a job now, and so between all that stuff going on, you know, it makes it kind of hard to make a lot of constant videos. But one thing that's been going on recently that has been the reason why I haven't been posting a lot of videos is that I've been actually remodeling a new room in the house that I'm renting, which is really cool because right now I live in a really small room. I'll show a short little video clip up in the top right corner. You can see a little video of the current room that I'm living in right now, even as I'm recording this video. And so you can see that my room is a little messy. It's kind of funny, but as you can see, it's really small, it's really cramped. Basically, all I can do in the room I have now is either go to sleep on the bed that's in there, or sit on the chair and you know play games, watch movies, stuff like that, or go on the computer and things like that. So there really isn't room to do literally anything in my room. The only thing I can do is lay on the bed or sit in the computer desk chair. But that's all about to change. Here you'll see a different video of a different part of the house that I'm living in, and basically we're remodeling the garage. We're closing off the garage door, and we're building walls throughout the garage, and we're just totally like revamping it and making it like a really nice, like legitimate room, not just like me living in a garage, but it's actually gonna be a really nice room. As you can see there's a ton more space. So far you've just seen a little part of it. Right there you see a huge hallway. That's all part of the room. And I'm really excited for it because you know, once I get that set up, get all my gaming stuff set up in there, I'm going to be really excited about you know, getting to game in that new room. I have a lot more space to do, a lot more stuff, and so it's going to be really cool, not just for gaming, but just for everything in general, because, you know, it kind of stinks when you live on your own and you're living in a tiny little cramped room. Anyone who has lived in a college dorm room can definitely attest to that. And so those are two little clips of the new room that I'm going to get into. And you know, as you saw, you know, the video isn't entirely done, but the room isn't entirely done, but it'll be done pretty soon here. Anyways, the first half of this Capture the Flag match is over. As you see there, MpaaC did really well. He got 12 kills and 5 deaths, and he got a flag capture, so he's doing a really good balance of good slay work and also good objective work for his team. Now we'll go ahead and jump into the second half of this Capture the Flag match, and you know, I'll stop bothering you guys with the whole story about, you know, my house and stuff like that, and I'll just start talking a little bit more about the match. Alright, and so the first half of this capture the flag match went really well in Team Force's favor. They played it really well and ended up finishing it with 3 flag caps in the lead. And so they're definitely going to be going into the second half probably feeling pretty confident and feeling like they're definitely going to pull out the win on this match. However, it comes back to bite them because within the first 30 seconds they almost all get killed, and the enemy team ends up pulling a flag capture really early on. Right there you see MpaaC playing a really good defensive role right there. Basically he was laying down right next to his flag waiting for the opposite team to come up for the rally cap. He knew that, you know, the one flag was already gone. You know, the guy had already picked up the flag and ran at least halfway through the map, and so there was no stopping him. He was the only one alive on his team, and so the best thing he could have done in that point was pretty much just, you know, sit on his flag and make sure that they didn't get a rally cap. And so he did a great job like that, and I got a 2-piece there. And right now he's doing some more defensive work. They keep on spawning him in his back building behind his flag, you know, and because they keep on spawning him there, he knows that there's enemies pushing into his base, and so he's doing a really good job of sort of fighting them off. Right there he makes a pretty bad move. He climbs through a window when he should have definitely waited and briefly looked through the window before climbing into it. But no big deal. He spawns back in, and one thing you'll notice is that these are MLG variant rules, so the respawn time is 7.5 seconds, but what I do is that I edit the video so that you guys don't have to sit there and just stare at the dead body. You can do it that way. You know, I've also done it so that I, you know, switch different perspectives every time someone dies. I can also do it that way, but this way, you know, I got a user comment saying that they wanted to watch, you know, MpaaC play a match. They wanted to watch some gameplay from him, and so I decided I would just keep the spectator view on MpaaC the entire match. And right there he gets a really nice, I'll call it a Gama Llama moment, and ends up getting a kill on him. And so I try to keep the perspective on MpaaC the entire time, and so in doing so I end up just skipping the respawn time, and so you do end up missing a few little seconds of what happens in between that time, but for the most part you still get the entire match. So right here Team Force pulls the flag. It was definitely not a good time to do it. A lot of the opposite team was up at that point in time, and 2 of their teammates went down. And so you'll see because of it, because it wasn't a good time to pull the flag, that you know, they're going to end up losing that flag capture, and the enemy's going to get the return on it. And now it also looks like the enemy is also going to get a second capture for this half. And so now this match has become really close. The first half of this match was a no contest. Team Force had it in the bag. They got 3 flag captures, did great work. However, the second half they've gotten a little sloppy, and now they're down 2 flag captures, but in overall it's still 3-2, so Team Force is still winning. They've got a minute and a half to make sure that, number 1, they don't get any more flag captures, or let the other opposite team get any more flag captures, and number 2, if they can possibly get a flag capture of their own. That would definitely make a huge difference. If they got a flag capture in this last minute or so, they would definitely seal the deal on the win for this scrim. Now it is just a scrim, so there's nothing really on the line. The team they're scrimming against, I'm not sure, I'm not really familiar with the team. I'm not sure if they're a pro circuit team or not. They're not a very well-known team if they are, but they're definitely a good team. They're doing really well in this match. And as you see there, MpaaC ends up pulling through, gets the flag capture, and you know, that brings up the entire game to about a 4-2, and so that just ends up winning the game for his team at that point, because there's not enough time left for the opposite team to get the flag captures needed to win, or at least a tie. And so I'll pull up the leaderboards here, and you'll see that MpaaC pulled up a 30. He got 30 kills, 11 deaths, and 2 flag captures, so he did great work for his team, definitely giving him the MVP for this scrim. And congrats to him. Pulling off a 30 and capture the flag is a really, really difficult task. Not very many people can pull it off, or even have pulled it off, and so congrats to him on that. And yeah, thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, if you give it a like rating, that would help me out a lot. And my name is Lucky. Thanks for watching. Later.